When I first got into farming, I thought I was supposed to wear leather boots because it was cool. So I bought a very expensive pair and I had them all the time. For every task on the farm, for every Instagram post, I had them on and I thought I was pretty cool. But wearing leather in rain and mud and snow took a toll on them, and after about 5 months, I had to send them to a cobbler to get them resoled. Leather also needs some love and care once in a while, but the worst thing about wearing these is that it takes forever to put them on. So I bought a pair of these instead, and I've had them on for almost every day for the last 2 years. They are comfortable, keeps me warm when it's cold, leave the rain and mud on the outside, but best of all, it takes absolutely no time to put them on. However, nothing lasts forever, and I'm now replacing these with another pair, and it's actually not these boots' fault, but we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. I am now the owner of these, and they're called Muck Arctic Sport. I actually thought I had bought the same pair that I already had, but it turns out it's a little bit different. The old ones are called Arctic Sport Ice Grip, and these are just Sport, at least to my knowledge. And as I understand, the old ones are better if you walk a lot on ice, which I don't, so that's okay. These feel a lot better on my feet. I don't know if that's because they're new, but this I can step right into, and the old ones I had to pull the thing to get them on properly. And these new ones feel more fitted in a way. Now, Muck do have boots that can take lower temperature than these, but I tend to wear the boots all year long, and I guess that would make them a little too warm in the summer. They say that they are also a little bit heavier, and I have enough weight to carry as it is. I guess the biggest factor for me to choose this brand of boots again is that I haven't had any problem with the lumpy, bony thing on your ankle. I've had a lot of boots prior that's given me problem with that thing, even with the bigger or thinner inner soles. Just after a couple of minutes of walking, it starts to ache, and I've never had that problem with Muck. That thing, what? I don't even know what's called in Norwegian, so how am I gonna... we need to figure out what it's called. I can't even figure it out with Google. It could be called malleolus, or the tibia, or the fibula. If you know, please enlighten us and comment below. I've used these old ones on hot summer days and down to minus 30 degrees Celsius, and they've worked great at both. The initial plan was to buy a lighter boot when summer came, but suddenly summer came and I somehow just continued wearing them. You'd think that I wouldn't need rain boots when it's warm and not raining, but the farm is divided in half by a river, and you'd be surprised how much moisture there can be in a pasture, at least in the morning when the grass is wet with dew. They are great for working outside, but in the winter you need to be moving. If you stand still a lot, they tend to be a little cold. So if I was into ice fishing where there's not a lot of motion, I'd probably choose something else. The new ones are built a little differently, and I'm eager to start wearing them to see if they are different. It feels like they have slightly better support for the legs, but that could also be because they are new and not full of buffalo poop yet. These would have some life in them left, even though this is ripped. I've poked a couple of holes in them caused by these metal fences. So now water and snow gets in here and they're not able to keep me warm in the Norwegian winters anymore. So it's time to say goodbye. So I'll start wearing these new ones and let you know what I think in a future video. In the meantime, it's tradition around here to say goodbye to old boots with a proper funeral. Well, tradition, we've done it once. This will make it twice, but who gets to say when a tradition is born? It's not without feelings, as I now replace you with a much tighter and younger model. We've been through so much together, and I will always cherish the way you embraced and caressed my feet. but your holes has just been getting bigger and sloppier lately, and I no longer feel the warmth and care you used to give. You were also very into toes, and that's just not my jam. It's time we go separate ways. It's not me, it's you. Thank you. See you on the other side. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.